All right, Salim wants to purchase tickets from a vendor to watch a tennis match. The vendor charges a one-time service fee for processing the purchase of tickets. Then they give us an equation. T is dollars and N is tickets. So let's kind of write that out. So T equals 15N plus 12. And T is the total dollars. And N is the number of tickets that they buy. So if you notice the $12 there is by itself. It doesn't matter how many tickets you buy. So that represents the one-time service fee. The $15 must be per ticket. So 12 is the service fee. So it looks like the correct answer here would be B. So typically this y-intercept over here is a flat fee or a one-time fee. All right, moving on to number 2. A website hosting service charges businesses a one-time setup fee, so again, of $350 plus D dollars for every month. If a business owner paid $1,010 for 12 months, including the setup fee, what is the value of D? So let's think about this. The business owner paid $1,010 for 12 months for a full year. So if we take away the service fee, we take away the $350, that leaves us $660 that is just for the business. And he spent that over 12 months. And remember, D was how many dollars per month. So if we divide that by 12 months, I believe we get $55 for each month. So the correct answer there would be D. Number 3, we have an equation above that relates the number of minutes Maria spends running and Y is biking each day. So basically, we have X plus Y equals 75, and X represents the running. So when you do the running plus the bike, it's going to equal 75. So 75 looks like it's going to represent a total. So it's the total number of minutes spent running and biking. So the correct answer there would be C. Number 4, looks like we have a graph. Always look and see what the axes are. So it looks like we have time on the bottom, and then we have height over here on the side. And the function h is defined h of t. So let's kind of write this. So the height as a function of time is a times t plus b. A and b are constants, which means they're numbers, and that models the height. T is the days of growth. What does A represent? So remember, in general, this back number is your starting amount, and the slope, which is the number right in front of the variable t, that slope represents an increase or a decrease. And in this case, it would be an increase because A is a positive number. There's no negative sign there. So I believe A is going to be how much the increase of height or increase of growth. So A, the predicted number of centimeters grows each day. That one looks pretty good. The predicted height at the beginning, no. The predicted height at the end, no. The predicted total increase, it's not the total increase, it's the increase each day, every t. The correct answer there would be A. Number 5, the equation above models the total cost. So we have cost equals $19.99 plus $1.50 times X. Well, what does X represent? X is when you drive the truck X miles. So you plug the number of miles into here. And what does the y-intercept represent? Well, the y-intercept is the number that doesn't have the variable with it. So, when you look at your equation, we have y equals 1999 plus 150x. It's a little bit backwards from normal, but remember, this number is the increase or decrease. This number is our starting amount, or our y-intercept. So if we're talking about renting a truck, This must be some sort of flat fee. It's not based on miles. This number is based on miles. This number is the flat fee. So the correct answer here is going to be A. Number 6, between 85 and 03, data is collected on plastic. Looks like we have a line of best fit. Then they give me an equation. So we have this y equals 3.39x. So notice that number right there is our slope. That's going to be, this represents our increase. And plus the back number is 46.89. Notice that this back number is the y-intercept or the starting amount, or if it's a money problem, it's your flat fee or your service fee. But on this problem, it looks like we're starting right here. So number of years since 1985. So right here represents 1985. We were at 46.89 billions of pounds of plastic. So the question says, what's the best interpretation of 3.39? Well, that's the increase, and it's the increase per year. So if we look at this, the average increase per year, it looks like it's going to be right here. Average increase per year. So the correct answer there is D. Number 7, Eli saves money each month to buy the computer. Total amount he has saved is T. So he saves T. $83 is all by itself, so that must be his starting amount, plus 30M, where M is months. So how you would read this equation is he started with $83, and then he is spending $30 per month. So what does 83 represent? It represents the amount of money he started with, because it's independent of the month. It doesn't matter. Number 8, the equation above gives the amount C in dollars and electrician charges for H hours. So we have C equals 75 per hour plus 125. So 125 must just be to show up and look at the job. C was the cost. And so 2 people hire the electrician, and the electrician worked 2 hours longer on Sanchez's job versus Roland's job. So how much more did the one job charge than the other? So what I would do here is I'd make a little table, hours and cost, and let's just kind of look at Sanchez, and then we'll compare that with Roland. And it says the electrician worked 2 hours longer on Sanchez. So let's just make a fake number. Let's just make a number like 5 hours. So if the person worked 5 hours, you're going to do $75 times 5 hours plus 125. So 75 times 5, that's, let me see, 300. That would be 375 plus 125. So you're looking at about $500 is what the electrician would charge Sanchez. Well, Roland is going to be 2 hours less. So that would be 3 hours. So 75 times only 3 hours plus 125. So we're looking at 150, 225 plus 125 for a grand total of 350. So now you can compare the totals of the 2 jobs. You have Sanchez was charged this much, Roland was charged that much. When you subtract those 2 numbers, it looks like it would be $150 more for Sanchez than it was for Roland. All right, number 8, we have an XY plane, total cost of a cab ride. So we have the dollars over here, and then we have how many miles you drove. And just looking at the chart, I noticed that right here at the y-intercept, just to get in the cab, it costs you $3, and then you're going to charge per mile. So if you look, so right now, if we make our little chart, if we look at miles and we look at dollars, you know, and this was our M, or our x-axis, however you want to look at it. It looks like, so for 0 miles, they charged $3. Well, right here at 1 mile, it went up to $5. And at 2 miles, we're up at $7. And at 3 miles, we're up here at $9. So it looks like, what is the cost for every additional mile? It looks like every additional mile, it's going up by $2. So the correct answer here is A. Number 10, we have an equation y equals 36. That's our start, plus 18x. Let's see what those mean. We're talking about the height of an apple tree, and x is the number of years. So it looks like our height started at 36, and then it goes up at 18 per year. So if the equation is graphed, what is the y-intercept? Well, remember, y-intercept is the start. So it looks like that is the height when it was originally planted. So when years equals 0, that's going to be the starting amount. So right here, that represents the y-intercept, B. Number 11, I have n equals 456 minus 3t. So notice this equation is decreasing. So we have our start, and then we're going down by 3. What do we have here? N is the number of hot chocolates sold per day. T is the temperature. So T is the temperature. So let's just check this out. Let's make a little table. So we have temperature, which is T, and then we have N, which is the number of cups of hot chocolate. And we put some numbers in here. Let's say that we start at 0 degrees. Well, if we put 0 in right here, you're going to get 456 minus 3 times 0. Well, that's 456. So when it's 0 degrees outside, they sell 356 cups of hot chocolate. Well, if it goes up to 1 degree outside, that's going to be 456 minus 3 times 1, which is going to give me 453. So we dropped. If we put a 2 in there, it's going to be 456 minus 3 times 2, which is 450. So it looks like every time the temperature goes up by 1 degree, we sell 3 less cups of hot chocolate. So let's find that over here. Looks like it's going to be D. For every decrease, or actually no, we want for every increase. So for every increase of 3 degrees, we're going to sell more hot chocolate. That's false. If we go 3 degrees colder, we're going to sell only 1 more cup. That's false. If we go up a degree, we're not going to sell more cups. For every decrease of 1 degree, so every time we lose a degree, we sell 3 more cups. So it was kind of a little bit backwards. We weren't going down the chart. We actually had to go up the chart. So the correct answer there is D. Number 12, we have an equation, 110x plus y. So this one's a little different because our x and y are on the same side. Shouldn't be that big a deal though. Coffee shop is running a promotion where they give free samples every day. The equation can be used to model the number of free samples, y, that remain to be given away. So y is how many are left, and x is the days. So I'm going to make a little table, and y is the coffee that is left. That word left is going to be important here. And x is the number of days the promotion has been running. So, if you think about if the promotion hasn't ran at all, it's just getting started, 0 days. When you plug 0 in for x, and you kind of work that equation out, this is basically going to become 0. 0 plus what equals 1210? Well, y is going to be 1210. So it looks like we're starting with 1210 cups of coffee, or cups of samples. So what does it mean when 11 zeros is a solution? Well, that means 11 goes here and 0 goes there. So what that means is, it means that after 11 days, there is 0 coffee samples left. So let's find that over here. During the promotion, 11 samples were given away. No. It takes 11 days to see 1,210 customers. We don't know that. It takes 11 days until none of the samples are remaining. So the correct answer there is C. All right, and that looks like all 12 problems on this page.